welcome back to LTN Reviews, guys. Today we talk about The Last of Us, episode 1 to 4. I know 5 just dropped because of Super Bowl this weekend. Ash, you've seen it already, but let's just talk about 1 to 4. Okay, so first episode, amazing. It's one of those things where it's like The Walking Dead. When you watch the first episode, the first pilot, you're blown away because it's kind of like cinematic.
Yeah.
Than anything you've seen for a program. But then again, it's HBO, so you know what you're getting. HBO never miss.
No.
I can't tell you a single program. I can't say that's correct. Even though it might not be for me, like programs like 6 Feet Under, and well, I think that's just it because everything else is like obviously
it's just how they create the show, the audience, and draw you in. I always say it.
Yeah.
In your eyes.
Yeah.
Has the characters portrayed Joel and Ellie in the real world.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone was moaning about Ellie, the casting of Ellie. But to be fair, the actress is doing a good job. Maybe again, if I wanted to watch a movie, I'll just play the game again.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't want a copy and paste of the same thing I've already played throughout the years. You know, I've been playing the PS5 version. Fantastic. That's a movie in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like how they've put everything in different order. Like everyone's moaning about Tess.
Yeah.
You know, I understand that, I guess, because obviously the DLC as well. I haven't played the DLC.
Yeah.
Have you? It differs, right? Obviously,
it is a tough one because I'm only going back through the game again now. So when you've played it, it's very hard to. The DLC got released after the first game came out, and they've changed the order of some things, which I look at as we had a bit of this discussion before. TV builds characters, and we'll get onto this further in the reviews. When I first watched the show, obviously Bella as Ellie, I think with everyone, it didn't go. It literally, but for me now, episode to episode, she's growing as the Ellie that you know.
Yeah. It's like what you're talking about with TV is built for a weekly watch. We got used to watching Netflix, binge watching stuff, and that's what everyone's kind of pissed off about, really. But again, like you said, but you take away from the hour or the hour and a half of a TV show, and then you grow with it. You don't binge it. You know, binge anything. You shouldn't binge anything. You can, of course. We got Netflix, Prime. They just drop it like all of it all in one go. But like you said, TV is supposed to be digested weekly. So it's like it's the times that's changed, and like you said, I think people have gotten used to Ellie being that's what she is in the TV show. But yeah, I mean, her casting's fine for me personally. Yeah, I didn't want to watch another film that I could just play the games. You know.
Yeah.
So obviously with Joel as well, amazing casting.
Pedro Pascal is.
Yeah, he is.
It don't matter the position. I think he's one of those actors that, and we always talk about this, don't we? We talk about the Keanu Reeves when everyone will be like, "That's Neo."
Yeah.
That's this. Pedro Pascal. He actually is owning this portrayal of Joel.
Yeah.
So for me, and episode to episode, again, they're grown in stature, which playing the game, it will reference you back to, I remember that part.
Yeah.
And it grows on you. And I'm trying to look at it, there's a lot of Easter eggs. If you start looking at the dress code, the little things going forward, there's little parts that will reference back, like this upcoming episode, and I tell everybody, it's a must watch. It's top tier. So every episode is just growing in stature.
Yeah.
Higher and higher.
Obviously, there was controversy about episode 3. Again, the reason why I like episode 3, it just felt like it was different to everything I've seen in a zombie invasion program, and I didn't care if Bill was gay or not. I don't know. I didn't know if he was in the games itself. We didn't obviously touch on that too much, unless it did. I'm not quite sure.
I think it did, but it's to the same kind of justification in games. again, we will bring this back. The character building in TV shows, which episode 3 shows you, it goes in depth into both characters. And the episode 3, you did see it. A lot of people, a lot of the internet world, they were confused. They were like, why is this kind of being thrown down our throat?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like all this, but for me, it made me understand these characters. And that episode is probably one of the best episodes I've watched this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was so impressed with it. But even before the controversy, when I watched it, I was like, this is going away from the main story.
Mhm.
This is a flashback episode. There's no way a filler episode, which everyone's calling it. If you're homophobic, watch something else.
It's,
But it is a really strong episode, and you know what I mean. They knocked it out of the park.
mhm.
There was a bit of the world of someone's world that I've saw other than Joan Ellie's.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really interesting how these people were living these lives, and they're getting used to living in this dystopian world.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was no problem with the episode for me personally. And yeah, like you said, probably one of the strongest episodes. We'll see. We have what 4 more episodes left after episode 5. We always can write it down what was the best one. But I will say for the first pilot was amazing, and then the third episode was amazing. 2 and 3 are good. I'm not saying they're not amazing. It's just that's the episode that stuck with me.
It's for me. It's been referencing parts of the game that I forgot I played. Being honest, but then just the stranglehold it's had on my emotions watching the show. It's just like the same emotions that I had playing the game. So I think that's where Neil Druckmann said he worked very closely with HBO to bring this to the screens. And like you said, most people would always look at video games to TV or to film. They don't really do any justice to the games.
Absolutely. Unless you watch Resident Evil Raccoon City, man. Like we spoke about before.
I didn't mind it.
Nah,
that's just me, but it's down to budgets.
That's it. I love it. 40 million? Nah, man, didn't obviously. They used all of that, but unfortunately, they have more to use. That's the problem. Anyway, guys, anything else before I close this up?
Just if you're enjoying it, just let us know in the comments. We like to see your views as much as our lot.
Yeah,
as much as our own.
Yeah, please let us know and comment, like, and subscribe, please. Appreciate that every time, guys. Anyway, guys, next time, peace out.